Oh,
Who's here?
oh man, welcome back, y'all. Welcome back. Welcome back. Giving a few minutes, everybody come on in. Hope y'all grab y'all little sandwich. And bro, man, from the fifth floor. He didn't say fifth floor, from the fifth floor, more. Grab your old sandwiches and stuff like that. And I got you something to drink or something like that. Hope y'all come on back. Thank you for coming back and joining us. We give it a few minutes. We allow people to come in. Hope everybody can hear us well. We always have to do a sound check because sometimes I don't know why the signals start acting funny. Sometimes I just don't know why. I don't understand, but it's okay. It's okay.
Weird.
Yeah, it want to act weird, but it's okay. Have a great topic today. This comes from Kitty from last week. So we have a great topic coming up. Everybody come on in, come on in. If this is your first time here, let us know in the chat. If this is your first time here, let us know in the chat. If you see me looking down and stuff, I'm looking at some stuff on my phone because people be texting me doing a live sometime. And sometimes they be saying some stuff and I say it while we're on the live. But I'm looking at the questions and making sure everything is all right, sound is okay, and we're just okay with everything. So just let us know. Just let us know. Okay, you okay? Appreciate it. We doing good, Keisha. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And we're back, y'all. And welcome back. Welcome to Real Talk Conversation, where a platform has been created to come together and commune together and not divide each other. It's enough division going on in this world as it is as we speak right now. We don't need to add any more to that. We don't need to add any more to that. It's enough as it is. So, but we have a great topic today. This topic comes from something Kitty said last week. And I know y'all see the topic, fighting through the trauma of family.
Oh boy.
Fighting through the trauma of family. It can be a mess within the family. It can be a mess, y'all. I mean, you can take it lightly if you want to, but it can be a mess. A lot of times we fight like hell through the trauma and the mess of family. And I ain't talking about distant cousins. I'm talking about siblings or your parents.
There's a lot of families going through it.
It's a lot of families going through it right now as we speak. It's a lot of families that are at the age that I am is dealing with this type of stuff, of fighting through the family trauma. And if this is your first time here, we welcome each and every one of you all for joining us today. We thank you all for joining us today. And we appreciate it. And we thank y'all so much. Thank y'all so much. If you are watching live on YouTube, like and subscribe. If you have a YouTube channel, y'all like and subscribe with us and help us to grow our channels and everything. And if you're on Facebook, follow us on Facebook. We would love to have each and one of you all. We would love to have you all. And we just thank you all so much. Let's go ahead and start with this. And then, if this is your first time here, put a 1 in the chat or just say hello in the chat. Let us know that you're here and this is your first time here. So, I got notes. got some stuff. Let's go and get it kicking. Fighting through the trauma of family. We're going to talk about fighting through the trauma of family today. You know, family is supposed to be a safe place, supposed to be where I can come talk to you and like the women say, let my hair down, or like the men say, man, just come and get this stuff off my chest. That's what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be a source of love and guidance and comfort. But a lot of people, it's also a place where some of the deepest wounds are created.
Mm-hmm.
I know some people have went through some stuff. Some people have dealt with some stuff. Some people are going through it right now. We're not about blaming or dwelling in the hurt. It's about recognizing it, confronting it, and learning how to fight through it so you can heal and live freely. Just think about something for a moment in your own family. What type of trauma have you ever fought through, and in some cases still fight through right now? Just think about it. What's going on, June? Just think about it. In within your family, not outside cousins, not cousins, in the family. What drama have you seen? Was you sexually abused? Was you sexual assault? Was you abused? Were you domestic violence? Was you physically injured? Verbal injured, spiritual injured, mentally injured. That's trauma. And especially as a kid, that is rough. Like with some parents, I have never told him or my daughters, you ain't gonna never be nothing. That's one of the worst things you can tell a child. That you'll never be nothing, that you would never amount to anything. You should never speak that to your kids or say anything to that effect to none of your children or a child that you may have. Anything, you should be encouraging them to be better than you. Some parents don't like that because they don't want to see their kids better than them. They want them to be just like them or less than them. Just because you may have missed out on an opportunity while you was growing up, and when you got grown, you still miss it because you still want to be who you want to be or hang out with certain people. That is not your children's fault. That is your fault. And now your kids are traumatized because a lot of stuff you have said to them. Why? Or is it like my shirt? It doesn't matter to you until it affects you. Or is it like that?
For some cases, it's like that. It don't be matter until it affects them.
And if you don't cut that off, what your mama said or what your daddy said, when you have children, it carries on. Mm-hmm. A lot of this old traditional stuff, some of this stuff we need to stop, honestly. All tradition is not good. Wait.
No, I was gonna say a lot of it should have been stopped.
Yeah. Should have been stopped. Some stuff need to stop and not carried on to the next one. It really do.
And then like it's somewhere some families, those certain traditions, somebody in the family did try to stop them, but for some reason they ended up being like the villain in the family or something.
Yeah.
Everybody got on them because they were trying to stop, knowing that it's not right. I don't know.
Yeah, they know it's not right. Before we go on any further, it's your first time here. We welcome you all. Welcome everyone to Real Talk Conversation. We thank you. We welcome you all. We appreciate all of you all that have tuned in with us today. You could have been doing anything else, but you're here with us today. Whether you stay here 5 minutes, 10 minutes or longer. We appreciate you all. I am the host. My name is Carl McCoy. That's my son, the co-host, Brandon McCoy. Everybody know him as D Smooth. That's my boss, y'all. I work with my son. I said jokingly, but it's for real though. I work for him. And because he got me set up with this and the platform and stuff like that. So we're trying to bring two generations of era together so we can try to solve some of this stuff. Right. But let's go on and get into some of this stuff. Understanding family trauma. Family trauma can come in many forms. Y'all heard that. It can come in many forms. It could be abuse, which I was saying earlier. It could be physical, emotional, or sexual. And a lot of times we don't like to talk about this stuff. We like to sweep it up under the rug, or they use the old saying, what goes on in this house stays in this house. Sometimes that stuff need to get outside that house so you can get some help to come inside this house and take care of a lot of these problems inside that house. Mm-hmm. It could be constant criticism, neglect, favoritism. Here's one of the big ones: manipulation. People love to manipulate. We see all this. We see that going on in the government right now. Everybody want to manipulate everybody to get what they want, to get where they going, or whatever they're trying to get. They want to manipulate people. Abandonment, or even just a lack of love and affirmation. This stuff is serious. It is real serious, to the point that it really is heartbreaking. Sometimes the trauma isn't loud. It's not yelling or physical harm. It's the quiet, subtle stuff. Like the parents who never celebrate your wins. Plenty of parents like that. Children doing so great, don't even celebrate. But you'll celebrate somebody else's child. You'll celebrate the nephew. Or you'll celebrate one of the other children. But you're not celebrating the one that went to school, struggled, and made it. You're not celebrating the one that's going out here trying to make something happen within themselves. You're not celebrating none of that. But you're celebrating the other sibling, but not the one that's out there really trying to do something. Went to school, didn't miss a day, played sports, got trophies, got college, going to college, but you don't want to celebrate it. High GPA, got scholarship. That's the word I'm looking for. Got scholarships to go to college. But you don't celebrate that, but you celebrate the other sibling. And he doing nothing.
That favoritism.
Yeah, favoritism. Kitty said one of my family traumas is that when I was a kid, my father gave me the nickname Ugly. He said he was saying it in a joking way, but it has and still affects me. Even if I'm told I'm pretty and or beautiful, I just think people are being nice. I'm continually working on myself to stop thinking that way and to feel better in myself. Mm-hmm. You see how that can linger on. That can linger on. You know, we look at it. Don't tell your children they're ugly. Don't tell your children they're not handsome. Do not, in no means, start planting that seed of doubt and not being accepted and all that kind of stuff. Because you know what? When you plant those seeds, the devil is like, let me go water this seed something, because now you don't gave me something to work with. See, y'all parents love to say the devil is busy, but you giving that devil a whole bunch of work to do. Here it is, a sibling rivalry that was encouraged instead of stopped. Why do you compete with each other? Why? We sisters and brothers supposed to help each other build. Why are we even competing each other? Basketball, any type of sport that's different. Because you're gonna compete against each other. Just like in the NFL when two brothers playing against each other. You got brothers playing against each other in basketball. Women, girls playing, two sisters playing against each other in whatever sports. Tennis, Venus and Serena. That's the only time she'll be around. Not nothing else. The constant feeling that you work were not enough.
Telling his own child, especially if you neglecting them and not really loving them for real, they gonna feel like they not enough. Especially if they got siblings too.
Yes.
And you playing favoritism and you don't listen to them. Hey, what's good? Yeah, you're not listening to them and dismissing whatever they trying to tell you, or you don't acknowledge their accomplishments and their achievements.
Mm-hmm. And welcome, Miss Jackson. Yeah, you said a mouthful right there, man. Said a mouthful. And here's the thing. Family trauma hits differently because it's not coming from a stranger. It's coming from the people you were told were supposed to protect you. It's not coming from a stranger. The bad part about a stranger is that a stranger will help you a lot of times more than family. You're welcome. More than a family member. A stranger will support you faster than some family members.
Support you, celebrate you.
Celebrate you.
Way faster than your family would.
Recognize you. Even if you got a flyer or a post or whatever, will share that with them. Faster than some of your family members.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and will. Yes, they will. Yes, they will.
With no hesitation.
But that's sad. That's sad. We supposed to be protected within the family. A lot of times we're not even protected against them. A stranger protect you faster than your family. We seen that illustrated in the Bible with David and Jonathan. They were tight. And that was not a sexual relationship. It was just friends tight like that.
And what get me is, when later on down the line, the child will end up taking sides with the stranger or friend or whatever. Then they family and the parents or whatever get mad.
Why mad as fuck?
Why you feeling this way? Why you taking their side? Blah blah. Because you didn't get the love and care that you needed.
That's right. Because Mr. Little supported me. You doubted me. And Mr. Little don't even want nothing. He just seen the greatness in me and wanted me to do better. How can a stranger speak more positivity in your child than you do without having no strings attached? June said, you said a mouthful. Strangers will help quicker than families in most situations. Yes, they will. How can a stranger speak more positive in your child versus you speaking positive into them? How?
You can't be mad at nobody but yourself.
You mad at your child because maybe your child advanced further than you?
And that's what most cases it be though.
You mad at your child because your child look better than you?
Because the parent will try to degrade and belittle, their children because either they look better than them, they advancing in life further than them, or they try to live their dreams through their child, and just because their child don't want to do what they want them to do, they get mad and try to degrade them. Say you should be doing this, and it's like, nah.
I can't get mad because my son look better than me, or my daughters look better than their mama. Like, why do I get mad at that for? And even the mama shouldn't even be mad.
If anything, you should encourage your children. You should want them to be better than you. He tell all of us all the time, be better than me.
Be better than me. Y'all got all the technology now in this world that could be better than we was back in my time. But no, you know what we do? Hey, you ain't gonna be about nothing. Who told you that lie? I hear kids when we be down at the house center sometimes and talking to the kids and stuff, and I see some kids out on the street and we be talking, especially in my neighborhood when I be home sometimes going to church. They be Mr. P. They call me Mr. Pete. That's my nickname, Pete. Or some of them know me by Carl, Mr. Carl. Man, I remember when y'all was doing this and playing ball. You always told us, be better than me playing ball. And that's what we do. So encourage. They wasn't even my kids. Mm-hmm. But I'm gonna encourage your child to be better.
And I watched him do that growing up, and it instilled in me as well. I even do that because a lot of y'all know I'm a dancer. So even when I teach or just in general, just in anything, you don't even got to be dancing specifically. But I always tell the kids, like, bro, be better than me. Even adults too. Because shoot, it's adults that going through trauma that never been told be better than, their loved ones or whatever. So, well, especially kids though, I'll be quick to say that, like, be better than me. And you will be the best.
Yeah. And you break you now. You don't want your child to be better than you, but your child advance and get a scholarship or get drafted in NBA, NFL. First thing I knew you could do it. Yeah, I knew you could do it. But you were down in the whole time.
They love to say, I know you could do it. Then they love this too. Oh, we made it. You mean we? You mean we?
Mean we? I was the one that stayed up late at night. I was the one walked a mile or two to get to the practice or walking from practice. I was the one that struggled in school trying to keep my grades at a certain place. I was the one. What you mean we? Oh, it's we now because I'm going to make some money. Mm-hmm. Like Kobe said, him and Shaq was talking. Shaq said, it's not no I in team. That's true. But Kobe said it's a me in there, which it is.
June said, in some situations, strangers can speak more positive into your children's life because strangers take out the time to listen, whereas parents are often ignoring or finding themselves too busy doing other things. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So as they ask, can they do something, or can you take them to practice or whatever the case may be? Oh, I'm busy, or I don't feel like taking you. Tell such and such to take you, whatever. That goes a long way with that. Now that's the difference if you got work and all that other stuff and you can't take them right then and there. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about you able and capable of taking them. You just don't feel like it. Mm-hmm. They gonna remember that.
Yep. Two of my high school basketball coaches. I seen one of them today. I took my mom out to eat. And Coach Spencer. Seen him today. We was talking. So, man, it's good to see you. And they knew back then we was coming from a single parent home. My other coach, Coach McLeod, he's a pastor now. And a lot of stuff they instilled in us as young men, I can just speak for myself. I still carry a lot of that stuff that they taught me back when I was in the 8th, 9th grade, 10th grade.
And true. And you can tell that it passed on from him, passed down to me and my sisters and stuff like that, because we do it.
I still carry that stuff. I still say, yes, sir. No, man. Even though my mama taught, they really pushed it harder. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. I'm still respectful to this very day. Never disrespected my mom. Never. Never disrespected my mom. Never cussed in front of my mama. Never drunk any alcohol in front of my mama. Never smoked any weed in front of my mama. Never said anything crazy to me in front of my mama. If she heard me say anything, it's because I was not aware that she was there. But she was not there where I was at. Because my mama didn't believe in partying with her kids. I love going to the club with him if he was going to the club like that. Oh, look. Now he go to these events, these dance events. I'm going so I can be supportive. So I can see.
That's the only time. If it's in a club setting, that's the only time you're really gonna see it. Or if it's like a birthday.
Yeah.
And other than that, no.
And watch. My son, he's competed. Even if it was one of my daughters, they dance or whatever they want to do, I'm going to support. It's crazy. But
one thing I can say, like, even though my dad will always say be better than me and all this stuff, and any performance or just practices, whatever, any of that I said, that I have or whatever, he made sure and did his best to get me there. And if he couldn't and somebody else had to take me, I already know that he wish he could be there and want to be there. Yeah. And he just tell me straight up, I can't take you. I want to be there. I'm not going to get mad at him because I understand. Just putting in that effort goes a long way with your children. They say if you care about their goals and their dreams.
So if you care about their goals and their dreams, when you going to start speaking positive into their life instead of all that negative stuff? When? So we go to the next one, the impact on your life. Impact. When family is the source of pain, family is the source of pain. It can leave deep scars that you might notice. For instance, in your mental health, anxiety, depression, low self-esteem, even feeling unworthy of love. Because
it's cut off.
It's cut off right
there. Cut off right there. June said that's phenomenal, and that's the way it should be. We should respect our parents. I can truly say that I respected my mom and my dad, which are no longer here with me, but I can be confident and feel good knowing that they're resting in heaven. Give me a sec. I don't have any resentment about the way I treated them because I always respected them, and that gives me peace. But I can say if someone is disrespecting their parents, that's something they're going to have to live with for the rest of their life because, hold on, cut out. I'm going to see if I can find a way around it because it cut out on here. Give me a sec.
Yes, you got a long one right there. So give me a second. Try to pull it up so you can see right there. But the low self-esteem, feeling unworthy of love, anxiety, depression. We see a lot of it going on.
Because one day those parents won't be here, and that's when those ones that have disrespected their parents are really going to suffer. Yeah.
You should heavy on the low self-esteem, low self-worth, and confidence. I encourage everyone to build yourself up. One thing we have to realize, and one thing we have to do, even as grown-up, even like me as a grown-up, is that the ears are a gateway into the mind. Because you hear a lot of stuff. A lot of time, you got to learn how to block that out.
It's going to be hard. It's going to take some time.
I hear a lot of stuff even to this very day. I block that mess out because it's not going to help me. Now, do I receive some of that? I'm going to tell you why. Yes, I do. I'm going to tell you why I receive it. Because it helped me to grow. It helped me to be better within myself. It helped me to establish myself to be even a stronger man.
Keisha said yes, anxiety. Yeah.
it helps. It helps to build. But a lot of stuff, block it out. Because if you're not careful, if you allow a lot of that stuff to get inside you, enter inside your mind, you'll go to sleep with all that mess on your mind. And when you just sitting around not doing nothing, the sit there, an idle mind is the devil workshop. He gonna play with you. He gonna get inside your workshop, which is the mind. He gonna get inside of there. He gonna start building. He gonna start knocking. He gonna start nailing. He gonna start putting stuff inside your head that you normally would really think about, or because somebody said something, you have tuck it to your mind. You don't take it to the heart.
Now you're gonna start believing it.
You're gonna start believing.
You gotta be careful.
Just like when Kitty said about daddy was calling her ugly and stuff. She said she was dealing with it and see how long that lingered.
And
stop telling these people that kind of stuff. Parents, come on.
And even coming from somebody that deal with sickle cell and stuff like that, and I heard this at a young age from doctors and stuff like that, saying that I wasn't gonna live past the age of 18 and 20. I'm 27 now, but as a kid, I didn't fully understand, but I knew that like my life is not in your hands. And plus, my parents, they both kept saying, "No, you gonna live past that. You gonna live past that. You gonna make it. You gonna be somebody."
That's right.
And until this day, they still say it. And I'm 27 now, so at first it was 18 to 20. After that, it was I wasn't gonna be past 23.
And done some stuff that I haven't even got close to ever doing. Yet back in my day, it had to go by a lot of the word of the mouth. Because I was a dancer back in my day, like yesterday. Mama danced, so he inherited that. So, but back in my day, it was word of mouth. If we got me, Tim, and Stan, God rest in peace, Stan Bennett. Me, Tim, and Stan, we had started traveling to go start dancing. We winning contests, started go dancing and stuff. But it was word of mouth. It was not like we got all this stuff now. It was word of mouth. He have danced in the Red Bull contest. He don't dance at Blumenthal up in Charlotte. He don't did all that. So he had already advanced ahead of me, stuff I have done. But do I hate do I hate on him because of that? No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna encourage him to even do better than what he had already done. And he have danced in the Red Bull dance off against some top-notch people and about beat them. But I'm not gonna sit here and hate on him because of that. You know what that can do to him? No, I don't see how y'all parents do that kind of stuff. But I'm gonna go on. I'm gonna leave that alone for right now. In your relationship, you might attract toxic partners. In your relationship, you might attract toxic partners, and they do come with that territory.
June said, self-confidence is essential. I speak for myself daily. I remember when I was younger, around the third grade, one of my teachers said, "You should smile more. You have the most beautiful smile." And I always start when I was younger that I didn't have a beautiful smile. But ever since that teacher spoke over me, I've been smiling. By the time I reached middle school, I was given the nickname Sunshine. And I focus on sharing this beautiful smile, real sunshine, with the world daily.
All right, Sunshine. But yeah, I agree with that. Mm-hmm. Even the school teachers some teachers will speak positive over you. Mm-hmm. Now you have teachers that will speak that negative mess too. Oh, you ain't gonna be nothing. You're gonna end up in prison. That's what your mind say. That's what your mouth say. And see, even in that, and I know that can damage a child, but sometimes that should be able to keep something in a child too. Like, wait a minute, you ain't finna speak all this negative stuff over me and think I ain't gonna be nothing. I'm gonna show you something, then, buddy. I'm gonna show you something.
It's pros and cons when it comes to that.
Yeah. And in your relationships, you might attract toxic partners, fear intimacy, or constantly people please just to avoid conflict. You're a people pleaser to avoid the conflict. Why are you trying to please people for? That's in relationships. Now, in your body, your body, your body, stress from unresolved trauma can lead to headaches, fatigue, and other health problems. That trauma, some of these health problems that we have, it's not coming from this here. It's coming from the childhood trauma that's going on. And sometimes when we see certain stuff, it triggers that trauma again.
High blood pressure.
Sometimes it is. I don't care what a lot of people say. You don't need to go to no doctor. You just need to go talk. You just need to go talk to God. I get that part when you go and talk to God, but at the same time, I'm finna go over here and get you some doggone help too.
Why you think
that's the problem? We don't want to go get no help because we think
they think you're crazy.
Yeah, I'll let you think I'm crazy, but I'm going to give you some help.
And I don't get it. I'm like, you can believe in what you believe in. That's you. But why wouldn't I take advantage of what God put on this earth? I know I can come to Him, talk to Him every day, but at the same time, on a physical aspect, I'm gonna get some doggone help.
Yeah.
Then on top of that, I'll be quick to say this: what you doing to help me? You just talking to me. You just run your mouth. You ain't giving no advice. You ain't doing nothing. You just run your mouth. What are you doing to help me? Since you say I just need to go to God, are you even praying for me, or are you praying against me? Yeah. And hoping I stay that way.
And you gotta be careful telling people pray for me. A lot of people pray against you.
That too.
And for your downfall. But it can lead to unresolved trauma can lead to health problems. You got headaches all the time. You have migraines all the time. It can lead to those type of problems. But you're always tired, man. I'm tired. Because you're battling that trauma inside your head. And it's just like a job or physical doing something. It wears you out. And if we're not intentional about healing, those wounds can bleed into the next generation. When you have kids, or you saying stuff to kids. That's how generational trauma works. It's passed down until someone stands up and says, it stops here. I can speak on that on myself when saying stuff like it stops here because I said I was not going to be like my dad. Not saying my daddy was bad, but my daddy was having a lot of kids. I said I was not going to be like that. That's why it's a gap between my girls and Brandon. I had my girls back to back, 89, 90.
98.
98. So you see the gap, 8, 9 years in between. So you see the gap. I had to stand up and say, not going to do that. And I was not in my girls' life like that. So I had to apologize to them. Sorry, y'all, please forgive me that I was not there. See, I realized that even though my daddy wasn't in my life, I hadn't seen my daddy since I was 7 years old. I realized that I cannot be like him. I always felt deep down inside of me, I had other sisters and brothers. I always felt that, and I do. I always felt that. And I do have other sisters and brothers. If I could have met him before he passed away, I'd be like, look here, man, whatever you and my mama, whatever went on. That's that. We cannot change the past. It's done happened. All we can do is focus on now. See, that's when you know you have matured in life.
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't mind, to meet him.
Because I was yeah, man, you got 3 grandkids you don't even know about. But it's so much mess. Even in that, with the traumatizing of that is that women, men, we have children. women, and sometimes the women use the child as a pawn and won't let the daddy see the kid, and all because he ain't right, he ain't doing this, he ain't doing this, and he ain't doing that, and all this kind of stuff. And really you're mad at him because he don't want to be with you in some cases. I ain't saying all cases, in some cases. But he want to be in the child life. He want to be there for the child or children, and he want to be there. But because you are in your feelings so much, or you have been traumatized in your family past, or you have seen that your mama did that, so you carry that on. Now the child have missed out on the years of being with their father. There's a story out there like that right now. The mama kept her son from his daddy for about 27 years.
And the crazy thing is, he got pissed off at the mom.
He got pissed off at the mom because he went and found his daddy. He got pissed off at the mom. She asked, "Where you at?" "I'm on my daddy's house." "What you doing over there?" That's the first thing she said. "He's a grown man now. What you doing over there?"
She didn't want the truth to come out.
She didn't want the truth to come out. The daddy got on the phone. He said, "You're just mad that you kept my son away from me because you're mad because I didn't want to be with you." And the son found out a whole lot of truth about going to see his dad. So we got to stop that mess. You got to stop that mess. Like, you were bad enough to lay down with that man and have that child. You should allow that man to see that child. Now, I'm not talking about those that take advantage and do some certain stuff to the kids. I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about a daddy that really want to be there for their kids.
Mm-hmm. And anybody that's doing stuff like that, man, be straight up with your kids. Tell them the real reason why you don't want them to see their dad, or you don't want them to see their mother.
They don't want to be pictured as the bad person.
Shoot, just be real. Just be honest with yourself. I don't want you around your daddy or your mom because I ain't gonna lie, I'm jealous. I still want to be with her, or I still don't want her to be with me, or whatever the case may be. Just be straight up.
Just be straight up.
Y'all need to get comfortable with having uncomfortable conversations. And we human, so it's not gonna be easy. I ain't saying it is easy. It'd be conversations that either me and him both be having that be uncomfortable, but it need to be had. I ask him questions just as much as he asks me questions. And the same thing go for my sister.
Yep.
All of us, we all ask uncomfortable questions. You gotta know how to have them conversations. And get out your feelings. I mean, yeah, you're gonna feel some type of way. That's natural. But at the same time, you gotta get out your feelings, bro.
Everybody just tuned in. We welcome each and every one of you all. We just thank you all for tuning in with us on Real Talk Conversation today. It's your first time here. We welcome you all. I see a lot of people came in. My classmate Roger, what's up, Roger? Jumped in a few minutes ago. And we just thank each and every one. If it's your first time, welcome to Real Talk Conversation. Well, a platform has been created to come together, to commune together, and not divide each other. We got too much of that going on right now. And today's topic, we're talking about fighting through the trauma of family. Mm-hmm. Here we go on part 3.
I have so much family trauma. It's very sad. Sorry you going through that.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Be praying for you. Anytime I show any type of emotion, my mom would tell me to shut up and stop crying. Ooh. I learned to just hold everything in and never open up to anyone after that. That could be one of the most painful things, especially coming from a mother. Mm-hmm. Because you would not think a mother would tell her daughter, which is a resentment of her, that type of way.
And it hurts because you just like, you think you're in a safe space, you think you're able to open up and talk, and they do something like that. And then, like I said about the uncomfortable conversations, sure, you might depend on y'all relationship, but you might just be like, did you do that to me because you went through that?
And now, especially with a girl, they hold all that in and they start looking for certain type of men. And a lot of times they can get taken advantage of because of the hurt and the pain that they're dealing with. Because sometimes men can pick up on that mess. Mm-hmm. Men can pick up on that kind of stuff. And so they will be drawn to that man that's giving that type of attention.
That's why anybody I come across and meet and I see something they don't feel right, whatever, I ask them, where does that stem from? Where is that coming from?
And a lot of times they end up in a abusive relationship.
Because you gotta get that out. You gotta get that out.
And
You gotta heal.
yeah, and when men get traumatized like that, we hold that stuff in. And sometimes we take that stuff out on a woman, which is wrong. We'll take that pain out on a woman that has had nothing to do with that. It's because we never dealt with it. We have always been taught, man should never cry. You should be a man, don't you cry.
That's BS.
Man, I was cussed. Man, let me tell you something. That's wrong. And that comes from the pits of hell. Because sometimes crying helps release that pain that you're dealing with.
You gotta get that out, bro.
You gotta get that pain out of you. Because if not, my mama always said it will eat you alive.
You'll crash out and you might mess around and do something that you'll regret for the rest of your life.
Yeah. So everybody you meet, you crashing out on them. You're being mean to them. You're talking junk to them. They didn't even deserve it. Have you ever busted somebody, got mad at somebody, or said something to somebody, and they looking at you like, what did I do?
Right. I said I was adopted by my aunt, but my whole life, my entire family made me feel like I was never wanted in the first place. Man, we hate that you.
Well, welcome to the family. We appreciate you here. And anybody else that may feel that type of way, we appreciate you over here.
Mm-hmm.
We thank you for coming through. Thank you. Keep coming back. We appreciate you over here. You're loved and wanted here. That's why this platform was created too, to come together. Too much negativity going on now all around. So we get into part 3, breaking free and fighting through.
Cool.
Breaking free and fighting through. So how do you fight through this kind of pain? How do you fight through it? How do you maneuver through it? How do you get through it? Here we go. 1, acknowledge the pain. Stop minimizing it. Your feelings are real. Just because someone else had it worse doesn't make your pain less valid. It doesn't. Acknowledge the pain, like we just said. Acknowledge it. Get that pain out. Get that cry if you got to. Acknowledge it. Look, this is what I'm dealing with. This is how I feel. Let me get this out of me because it's hurting me more than it is helping me. Get it out. Stop minimizing. Stop bringing it to like you do on a computer when you minimize a page or whatever you're looking at.
Suppressing it.
Yeah, stop suppressing. That's the word. That's the word. Stop suppressing.
And thinking that, well, I'll deal with it later, or thinking that, I won't crash out or anything like that. What's going to happen is you're going to get to a point where all that's going to pile up at one time. And you're going to take that out on God knows who, whether it be your wife, your husband, your kids, your friends, your family, whoever. You don't sweep it on the rug for so long. You keep sweeping, that mind going to be so high. It's going to be so high that you ain't even going to be able to climb. Depending on what you do, it might mess around be too late. Yep. Number 2, set boundaries. This one is tough because family will sometimes make you feel guilty. Sometimes your family will make you feel guilty for creating distance. But boundaries aren't about punishing them. They're about protecting you, yourself, me, him. I always said that's why I'm raising my son completely different. I'm breaking all the generational curses. Hey, that's wonderful. Yeah, that's wonderful. Sometimes, not saying you don't love them. Sometimes, and a lot of people don't like hear it. Sometimes you got to cut family off. Mm-hmm. Cut them off. You said it's so hard to set boundaries, Lord. That's my struggle now. Hey, you gonna get it. Take one day at a time. If you got to write them down on somewhere. That's all you can do. That's all you can do. Just take one day at a time. It's not gonna be able to happen. That stuff takes time to do. I got family members right now. I have cut them off. I speak to them at the family reunion. Hey, what's up? Laugh, joke, and all that. But all this other stuff, Yeah,
I don't fool with them.
If I see you, what's up? After that,
Because I can love you from a distance. As my mama used to say, I can love you and I have to feed you with a long spoon handle, but it's long. 3, get help. Stop thinking that you don't need no help. Stop running it through your mind and somebody telling you, well, you ain't gotta get no help. You know, we here for you, but you one of the main ones that's hurting me. Get some help. Get some help. I had to cut my family completely off and move out quick. Move out. Luckily, I have my spiritual mom, who is also my pastor, that took us in and welcomed me into their family. I'm such a different person now. You see, sometimes that's what it takes. Sometimes that's what it takes.
And before you continue, when stuff like that happen, now either the parent, family or whoever, either one, they might not care at all, or they say they don't, but deep down they care, and it's eating them up. They don't know how to express it, so they just gonna continue to be the same person they are because they don't want to change, and that pride and that ego, they don't want to admit that they was wrong. And it just pushes that child further and further away from without them realizing. He said, I'm about to jump ship, LOL, move and start a new life. Because trying to set little boundaries not sticking. Sometimes that's what it takes.
Sometimes moving is best. Sometimes moving is best. And some people like, well, you can't cut family off. You can't cut family off. This is a lot of Christian folks say this too. Family, this is what we need. We got to have family. So I said, man, let me tell you something. I said, I can love my family and still cut them off. I can still deal with them and still cut them off. And since you want to bring the Bible into it, then God cut Israel off for a time because they were hard-headed. Didn't want to listen.
That's somebody that was a perfect being.
Do like the Baptist people, put that little one finger up and tip on out the room. At some point, he will cut you off for a while. Ain't nothing wrong with cutting people off to get yourself together. Get your mind right. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I don't fool with a lot of people anyway. I stay to myself. I hang around people I want to hang around.
Like I said, that's what I'm doing. I moved 40 minutes away from my family, and they barely see me. It was very, very, very hard because my family was all I had. But leaving was the best decision for both myself and my son.
Yeah. But get help. Therapy. A lot of people don't want to talk about that. Counseling. People think you ain't got to go to no counselor, or even a trusted mentor that can help you recognize patterns you might not see on your own. Minister Griffin helped me with that. He's a pastor now, but he helped me with that along with Pastor Brian. See, that's what it takes. Strong men in your life. It takes that. Then my brother Lee and Tim and my brother William and Sister Connie, my sister that passed away, my brother that passed away. See, you need strong people in your life. Even though William is younger than me, listen to him.
You can learn a lot.
I learned a lot from him. My brother younger than me. Listen to him though. Especially when we're not joking around, just joking, talking, and laughing. When he talking serious, my ears perk up and I listen.
And even when I was staying with, my uncle and my aunt, which is the same uncle you talked about, it was things that my dad taught me, but it was also things that he taught me or taught me the same thing, but I just seen it from a different perspective.
Yep. That's what you do. You surround people. You surround your kids by strong people. Not these old. When my brother was living, my brother surrounded me with friends that he knew were strong and would help me. I could go in places in certain neighborhoods that anybody else couldn't go because of who I knew.
Mhm.
When Bloom, Big Bloom would say, that's Jim's little brother. Don't mess with him. See, I can go in the area. See, he surrounded me with people that would protect me and help me. So Keith said, "Oh, B knows I cut people off left, right. It's just family that's a little harder to do, but I get there and be be handing out blocks like pancakes. You get one and you get one too.
She said, you get a block. You get a
Yeah,
block.
and block forgotten and moved on. Yeah, yeah. So you get help. Then you get find your support system. Friends, faith, communities, or support groups can remind you that you are not alone. It's good to get in a group. Some groups. It's good to get into them. Not these want to be in a clique. Get in a group that's going to help. That's going to motivate you. That's going to push you. That's going to help you get to the next level. That's going to bring you out from that mess that you're in.
Mhm.
5, take care of your whole self. Take care of your whole self. This isn't just bubble bath. This is journaling, prayer, journaling, writing it down, praying, meditation, eating well, sleeping enough, moving your body, and doing things that make you feel alive.
Mhm. It's a lot of things that stop you from living for real.
Yeah. Number 6, understand forgiveness. That F word. I ain't talking about the cuss F word neither. Forgiveness. That's a cuss word to some people.
Boy, a lot of people take offense hearing that.
Forgiveness doesn't always mean reconciliation. You can forgive someone in your heart for your own peace
Mhm.
and still choose not to let them back into your life.
And we
Forgiveness is for you.
right.
It ain't for them, it's for you.
And we
For
know
me,
that
for him.
we know that it's not easy to forgive people. A lot of people go through stuff in life we are aware of that,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And it is hard. It's not gonna be something you're gonna learn overnight.
Took me a while.
Yeah. It took both of us a while. Shoot, now once you get in the habit of doing it, it becomes easier. Not saying it's not gonna be hard to forgive a person right then and there, but it becomes easier over time.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't saying forget, but yeah. Keisha said just starting therapy at age 32. And of course, I'm still hearing you don't need that. Just YouTube it. Yeah, okay. You'll be fine, but I'm proud of how far I've come. Heavy on the journaling, reading, prayer, and meditation, and friends like being my best friend, and now the Smooth family.
That's
all
help
about.
right there.
That's what it's all about.
Y'all, if y'all don't know nothing about the Smooth family, he created a page of Smooth family. I mean, as far as I know, all ages come through that
Yeah,
channel.
all ages.
And they talk about the problem, they talk about what's going on in this world, they pray. Somebody gets sick, they pray. They always helping. When he fell back in the room, I was asleep, and he fell. They immediately kicked me up, man, go check on Brandon. And when I walked in the room, they was praying. So don't count these young people out like they don't know. They probably know more than most of us do. But he has that, and it's the group helps. They come in, they talk about different stuff. I when it was on the TikTok, I crept in on one time on TikTok. I tried to change the subject. I don't change that subject. They try to stay right there. Don't try to change that stuff. They were talking about sex and stuff. I said, how you think he got here?
Exactly.
But it's all about the support that you have. So forgiveness is, and I'm gonna bring this up, and we're gonna get out of here. Encouragement for you. If you're listening to this and you have been carrying the weight of family drama for years, I want you to hear me, and please hear me on this right here. You are not broken because of what happened to you. You're not broken. You're not messed up. You're not jacked up. You are not a wreck. You're not the problem.
You're not disappointed either. I know some people that feel like they're
Mhm.
disappointed. Are you not?
You are strong because you are still here. You are still here. You are still here.
And you still fight.
And still fighting. You are powerful because you are chosen to heal. And some people that's going through what you have, that you're going through, and gone through what you have gone through, or still maybe going through that, they couldn't even make it on the other side. They let it overpower them and took over. But you're still here.
And even if somebody, that's dealing with having, suicidal thoughts or depression and all of that.
Yeah, all of that.
Don't feel like you're not worthy to be here and all this other stuff. And even if it's the slightest faint thought of still living, that means you still got fight in you.
Still
That
got
means
fighting.
that means it's a party. It might look small, but in reality, it's a big party that still want to be here. That know that you're worthy and that you're worth it.
Yep.
And that you will make it and overcome whatever it is you're going through. It's just right now, you're usually going through a season. It's difficult, but you're gonna get through it though.
You're gonna get through it.
You said I keep the convo going regardless of you there or not, Pops.
Yeah, I know you do, kid. It was funny when I jumped into them. I said, "Oh, they go."
Right? Because I seen when he popped in, I just didn't say that. I was like, I'm just see what they do when they finally realize it.
And I don't be on there trying to see what my son doing or what he doing and all this kind of stuff. Sometimes I just because I like to hear the topic they're talking about. What we as grown folks should be talking about. They talking about it, but doggone, it's like we scared of some topic. They not. They talks about it, especially men. We'll talk about football, talk about basketball. If you like baseball, we'll talk about baseball. You like soccer, we'll talk about soccer. We'll talk about cars. We'll talk about women. We lie about a lot of stuff. We want to talk about this. But when it's time to talk about taking care of the men and getting stuff together, all nine of them things disappear. We don't want to talk. Women have self-help groups. I see women having a whole bunch of events to come together to talk about some stuff. Men don't want to do that because a lot of men have been taught, we don't need that. We just will, man. We supposed to take, boy, get out of here with that bull crap. But let me say this. Men are coming for feeding. Men are coming, we're going to look at some sports. Men are coming for a bunch of women. They'll show up for that. But to help other men, young men, only a few will come.
Mm-hmm.
Only a few.
And that's the thing, like, with the Smooth family, no matter what age, bro, we talk about stuff like that and try to come up with ideas and all that because, like he said, either his generation or older than him don't be wanting to have conversations like we be having and stuff like that. Not saying there ain't people out here that don't. We know that, but it's like I feel like they be forgetting that, bro. We're going to reach the same ages as them. Prayerfully, we do. So you have to have those conversations. We can teach y'all can teach us. That's how it should be.
That's how it should be.
But
But
just learn from each other, bro, for the next generations to come.
yes. So I have seen people come from the most toxic family environments and build healthy, loving lives. It is possible, and it can be you, and it can be done, and it can come true, and you can see the other side, and you can see the vision that God has given you to the other side. Sometimes you got to cut them off. You got to go to the other side. Everywhere you go is not for everybody to go with you. You can't take everybody with you. And I get tired when people say, "Don't forget where you come from." Well, I would never forget where I come from because it will always be here. I knew where I grew up from and I knew where I came from, so I would never forget that.
I hated hearing that. I still hate it to this day. And once I started like really slowly making it in my career and all that, the ones that did say that to me, it made me kind of look at them a little different, because I was just like, so you just think you along for the ride? That is.
Yeah.
I still love them. I just know what you about.
Yeah.
But I hate hearing that. Like, I'm never gonna forget where I came from, what I've been through. So I'm never gonna forget this. But at the same time, I don't have to come back here though. Like, I come to visit and all this stuff. But as far as buy a house out here, whatever. But like to come back here and go back to them old ways, that's what be the problem too. They come back and go back to them old ways, and then so something happens, you lose everything.
Everything.
So you're never gonna forget it. I don't have to come back.
No, you don't have to come back.
I can love you from wherever I'm at.
So today, y'all, if you've been through the drama or you're going through the drama today, you need to make a conscious decision on what you're gonna do with your life and inside your life. And if you have kids, what you're gonna do with your children. A lot of this stuff, especially if they're young, it reflects from you. Are you gonna go to the other side? Or are you more concerned about your family and stopping you from going to the other side?
That be stopping a lot of kids from, or young adults from doing certain things in their life because they feel held back and worrying about their family and all that. Man, you'll see it's so much on the other side that you gotta see that you would make it.
So that's the other side like this. You still over here. But instead of you being here, you like this. You still back here and this is your family. So every time you switch and put the family back there and you right here, and you start advancing this way, and the family start coming back, it pulls you back to this way.
And I'm gonna add the piggyback off that. Stop telling your family everything you got going on.
Mm-mm.
Just stop. Stop telling them and just do it.
Just do it.
If they see it, they see it. If they don't, they don't. It is what it is. If they bring it up, you ain't gotta say nothing about it.
That's right. Because you know why? Because it's just like my shirt. It doesn't matter to you until it affects you. It doesn't matter to them until it starts affecting them. If you're so used to giving your family money, see, they don't care as long as you give it to them. But then once you need the money, you start asking them, oh, man, I ain't got it. But I don't get it. Cut it off. I should have played Pastor Phillips when he's saying that. Cut it off. Or you're going to be hurting in the long run. But we getting ready to get up out of here. What you got going on, son?
Oh, man. So I'm working on a lot of stuff. Dance videos. It's coming and all that. Working on some merch. A few things I'm working on as far as like with these photo shoots that I'm trying to do. Man, it's a lot working on in the background. Yeah, like you said on my podcast next week, we're only gonna do one episode. Make sure y'all tune in on that at 5. It's gonna be great.
Reality.
Yeah. When
the cell doors closed, we're gonna have 2 guys on here. They're not a stranger. They've been on here before. We're gonna talk about it was in prison.
Yeah, so yeah, make sure y'all tune in to that.
If you got any young men, especially young men, I wish I could find a woman that's been in prison, but especially young men. If you got young men that's on the verge of want to be out there and be doing all this kind of stuff, grab them and tune in. Yeah, because we gonna let them do the talking. We might say something in between, but we're gonna give them the room they need to talk because it need to be talked about. We see it on YouTube. We see it on people far off and follow people. You see this stuff. These are right here close by with us. These 2 guys, one of them is from my hometown. The other one's from my sister, which my sister lived there.
Yeah, and also be on the lookout because I'm gonna post this question. I might do it in a video form, but I asked it on my platform. And I want y'all opinions on that and call Darren's because we can only answer like a portion of it. So we might mess around and turn that into a full topic. And if y'all would like to be a part of that, hit us up. If you don't want to be in the comments, you want to be on the panel, be sure to do that. Hold on, matter of fact, let me pull it up right quick so I can let you know what the question is.
And while he's doing that, welcome. We thank every newcomer that came on today. We appreciate it. All of you all appreciate the comments. We thank you for all the support. We just thank you for everything. We thank you for you.
Yeah, I got it right here. How do cultural, social, and personal insecurities shape the way people express truth? Now, if you have to write it down and all this other stuff, and then whenever we have that episode, have it ready. We advise you to do that. But yeah, that's about it on my end. I'm gonna bust out some food in a minute.
And like I said, we're just gonna do one next week. Nothing happened. Smooth Talk Podcast, but you'll still see it over here online and on YouTube. Share it with everybody. I'm gonna start putting the flyer. I'm about to put the flyer up a little early. This is not saying what we do is not important, but this is very important because this deal with being locked up and reality when the cell doors close.
And I know some of the Smooth family, people that watch, y'all usually see me go on live at 4:30, but for their times and stuff, it's gonna be pushed to 5. So anybody that goes back and watch this, or if you got to this part just now, next week, Sunday, it's not gonna be 4:30 on the Smooth Talk Podcast. It's gonna be at 5. So gotta let y'all know.
Yeah, it's gonna be at 5:00
Eastern time.
Eastern.
Yeah, Eastern time.
5:00 Eastern.
Yeah, so tune in. Yeah, that's right.
2:00 out there in California.
Yeah.
On the West Coast. Because we do have people all over watching, so we appreciate everybody for tuning in. It's good that we can come and commune together, not divide each other. We may say some stuff we might not agree with, but we're not going to divide each other. We can agree to disagree and still be in the middle with everything. So we're gonna get ready to get up out of here, y'all. We thank you all for your support. Most of all, we thank you for you. But I'm gonna leave you with this right here. I don't care what you're going through. I don't care what you're dealing with. Sometimes you just have to cut certain people off, certain things off, certain relatives off, certain families off to become a better you. And we out of here.